What's up, guys? This is part 2, and we're continuing on SmackDown. The show started off with Del Rio and Otunga coming out to talk about the bro kick and, why it needs to remain banned, etc. That's pretty much it. I don't think there's anything too relevant otherwise about it. And they had Christian come on screen while he was on the little Titantron, and he had like a sling on his arm, I guess, to play an injury, saying, yes, the bro kick is dangerous, and they cut him off before he could say anything else after that, so don't know what else he was planning on saying. But yeah, Christian should be returning after Bound for Glory because he's supposed to make an appearance there, and WWE doesn't want, I guess, like the two to run, I guess, like for TNA to get coverage from Christian, being there and on TV at the same time, because when he returns, he's supposed to feud with Cesaro over the U.S. title, which that'd be interesting to see. But moving on, Bocce beat Miz. That was bad. As you can see, whoever booked the match needs to die. I hate him, but I know the reason for this was the setup for Night of Champions, which goes on to Miz defending his belt in the Fatal 4-Way, which I was like, oh my god, I was like, Miz is going to lose the belt. It's like there's Rey Mysterio, Sin Cara, and Cody Rhodes in the match. I was like, honestly, anybody could really win it. I doubt they'd give it to Sin Cara because he doesn't speak English. But I was like, Rey could win the belt for the umpteenth time, Cody could win it for the third time. I was just like, oh. But he retained, so that was good. But I was happy that they did that because it made the IC title look really relevant. There was a backstage promo where Dr. Shelby was like, here, squeeze these balls, little stress relief balls. And Kane's like, mine's bigger than yours, and he walked away. So yeah, I just thought it was kind of funny. Then Kane beat Kofi in the match, and I think Dr. Shelby walked out, and Kane went back and gave Kofi a hug. Awkward, but funny. I think WWE is taking the best advantages they can from Kane and Daniel Bryan right now, all the way from the anger management segments to the team friendship and everything. They're doing great with them right now. Orton beat Tensai in a completely irrelevant to life match. Don't know what was the purpose of the match. I think they even did it again on Raw, but this past week. But I don't know. Irrelevancy. Cesaro is outraged, and he said it in 5 languages, which I don't know how to say it in the rest of the languages, because he doesn't know who his opponent's going to be, because it's going to be determined by a battle royal. Wade Barrett is open for business. He just came out saying he's like, somebody's going to get to test a new product next week, and then it's like the line will be filled with everybody coming in, so yeah. Caitlyn beat Beth in the match. I guess it was to make her try and look good for Night of Champions, which she didn't compete in because of her injury. And I'm going to talk more about that on the next week in wrestling. Sheamus beat Bryan in the match. This was like a WrestleMania rematch, but the bro kick was banned, and Sheamus ended up winning with the Texas Cloverleaf. So yeah. Last up, Saturday Morning Slam. Yeah. The show actually started off with them like showing different superstars that work or have worked for WB, and like show like their different hometowns, like where they're from around the world. I guess to show like all the different countries that they're represented in WWE, etc. But anyway, yeah, Truth and Kofi beat Primo and Epico. It was a decent match because they all are good performers. But the funny thing about the match was at one point, Truth was talking to Little Jimmy in the ring, and Epico started talking to him. Next, Primo comes in. He's like, "What you doing?" He's like, "I'm talking to Little Jimmy." And then Kofi comes in. He's like, "What are y'all doing?" Like, "We're talking to Little Jimmy." So they're all kind of sitting there talking to Little Jimmy. And then at some point, Primo and Epico attacked Kofi and Truth, and the match continued. So they ended up winning. And then Cesaro told us like back to school or something like that in 5 different languages. That was kind of cool though. He was telling like how we learned all of his different languages, what ages. So that was pretty neat. But I believe that is all for this week's. Thank you for watching YouTube. Sorry that it took so long for me to put these up. So hopefully I should have the next week in wrestling up on time on Saturday like it's supposed to be. Alright, so thanks for watching YouTube.